So let's discuss the electron transport chain. From glycolysis, we get NADH electrons, and these electrons from the glucose molecule, how they generate ATP, we will discuss over here in electron transport chain. So in the mitochondria, we have the outer mitochondrial layer, membrane, inner mitochondrial membrane, and in the intermembranous structure, like in the outer and in the inner, we have this intermembranal space from outer and inner. Then we have the membrane, and after membrane we have the matrix. So this is the general schematic diagram of the elaboration of intermembranal space, intermitochondrial membranal space, membrane, and then matrix. This intermembrane, after this membrane we have the inner membrane, the outer membrane, and in between the inner and outer membrane we have the intermembranal space. So from glycolysis we generate NADH electron molecules. These NADH electron molecules, they transfer from cytoplasm into the mitochondria by a shuttle known as glyceraldehyde shuttle, glycerol 3-phosphate shuttle, or malate aspartate shuttle. Once they get into the mitochondrial membrane, mitochondrial matrix, they are used by a complex known as complex 1. Complex 1. This complex 1 uses that NADH electrons, transfer this electron to complex 1, and after transferring it just go away like NAD positive. So NADH electron, they give electron and move this complex, like start this complex and pumped out hydrogen molecule into the intermembranal space. After pumping this hydrogen molecule, this complex 1 is at high energy because it carry electrons. So this high energy electron is transferred to coenzyme Q, which move this electron to the complex 2. This complex 2, it is also known as succinate dehydrogenase enzyme, which is used in the TCA cycle to convert succinate into to generate to be used in succinate dehydrogenation. So the complex 2 now carry that electron. Also, the complex 2 also uses FAD positive, FADH electron, and transfer this into the, so the complex 2 has 2 electrons. These 2 electrons are transferred to the complex 3. Now complex 3 has 2 electrons. Giving these electron, the electron coming from NADH is used to move this, start this, or initiate this as succinate dehydrogenase enzyme. But the electron which is come from FADH, it goes carried by this it's carried by this complex 2, and this complex 2 carries 2 electron, transfer it to the complex 3. So at complex 3, it just carry the electrons and pump the hydrogen into the intermembranous space from matrix to intermembranous space. After moving this complex to complex 3, these electrons, both of these electrons, they pass through cytochrome C, and cytochrome C give this electron to another complex known as complex 4, and in the complex 4 these two electrons are given to oxygen molecules, and these oxygen molecules make water for two water molecules from the. So the final acceptor of these electrons are the oxygen molecule. This is the energy flow. Electrons are the energy flows. Though the energy is generated by these two molecules is used by the oxygen, but the energy which is used by these complexes is used to just pump the hydrogen from matrix to the intermembranous space. So now these all hydrogen molecules, hydrogen, they are used up by the enzyme known as synthase. Which synthase? ATP synthase enzyme. This ATP synthase enzyme, they use these hydrogen molecule to make ATP phosphate to ATP, and this complex is also known as complex 5. So now again let's review this. NADH from the glycolysis carry an electron. After giving this electron to complex 1 and make it start, it just pump hydrogen out. The electron is now, this is at high energy, so now it is moved to the low energy coenzyme Q to the complex 2 succinate dehydrogenase enzyme, which just transferred this electron to the complex 3 and also transferred the electron from FADH to the complex 3. So now complex 3 has 2 electrons. Getting these 2 electrons, they just pump out the hydrogen molecule out into the intermembranous space. These 2 electrons now transferred via cytochrome C to the complex 4, and these electrons are accepted by the oxygen molecule to make water molecule. And by carrying these electrons, the complex 4 pumped the hydrogen out into the membranous space. These all 3 hydrogens are used by ATP synthase enzyme to make ATP. So now discuss the different inhibitors of these four to 5 enzymes. For complex 1, ONE1, we have inhibitors known as ROTI1. So 1 in the rotenone and 1 in the complex 1. Also there is a metformin which is also inhibit this enzyme. The next one is complex 3. Complex 3 or antimycin A. So complex 3 is inhibited by antimycin A drug. The next is complex 4. Complex 4 is inhibited by the drugs or the compounds ended with the suffix known as ides. So we have cyanide, we have carbon monoxide, ide, and then we have the azides. So these 3 inhibit complex 4, and the inhibitor for complex 5 or ATP synthase is the oligomycin. These are just the electron transport inhibitor. There is also a category known as the uncoupling agents. These uncoupling agents agents. These uncoupling agents are aspirin and also 2,4-dinitrophenol. Dinitrophenol is also used in weight loss therapy. So these are used for inhibiting the uncoupling of electrons, and these uncoupling is these uncoupling agents, they are very much in the brown fat for thermogenesis. So this is all about the electron transport chain and how NADH and FADH give number of ATPs.